Hey guys, this is Darth Nemos, and I'm going to commentate a video on a defense strategy. Okay, so what you will need is one general's bodyguard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Jaguars or riflemen, whatever suits you. I just picked the Austrians, you can be whatever. Okay, I picked 1 guard unit, 2 militia units, and 4 units of cavalry. The extra units, guards, and the militia, and all the cavalry is your choice, as long as they're good at defending or whatever. And here I have 4-inch mortar batteries. You can really only use mortar batteries in this strategy because you stay put, you stay in one spot, and if they have mortars and you don't, you're pretty much stuffed. And if you have cannons, you're probably more likely to hit your own men than the other men, so you might not be able to use this in some online battles. Okay, so first off, we start with the general's bodyguard. Before you start making, it's best to use this on a nice flat map where no tree is getting in the way or random cliffs, because the cliffs affect the strategy and as well as the trees. But if you can get your whole army on a cliff, that's pretty good, but try to avoid trees. They tend to get in the way of your stakes, so you can't really deploy much stakes. Okay, so first you want to put your general's bodyguard in the middle with 2 4-inch mortar batteries closely in front of it and 2 4-inch mortar batteries closely behind it. Next, you're going to set up your cavalry. As I said, it's really your choice on which cavalry you want. Yeah, but they have to be in the preset formation, not in diagonal. So you can have heavy cavalry, light cavalry, carbines, whatever you want, I don't really care. So I chose 2 heavy cavalry household cavalry and 2 cuirassiers. Okay, next, get your guards and militia out of the way and select all your riflemen, Jaguars, whatever they're called, for the country. Okay, group them. Okay, now first, this is where the formation of the defense strategy comes in. It's shaped like a hexagon. You may want to change the behavior of the units, doesn't really matter, as long as they can form a perfect hexagon, pentagon. It doesn't really matter what shape around your defense. Try and make your defense as compact as possible, so it allows you to use as minimal amounts of Jaguars as you can. I'll just go through the disadvantages of this strategy. One is because it's so compact, it's easily taking it's an easy target for artillery. So the idea is with your mortar batteries to target their artillery before you work on any of their men. Okay, another strategy is, because as you can see it's a, small compact bunch of troops, it's easily flanked, so you could have your whole army surrounded. That's why you should have riflemen, so if they come too close you can easily pick them off. You don't have to do it in the shape I'm doing, you can do pentagon, square. I'll do a triangle. It's similar to this, but it has a twist to it. Okay, so get your guards or whatever selected unit you have. Try and keep it a good defending unit, because you're really gonna need it. So perhaps have your guards or whatever, the elite unit, right in front of your Jaguars, and then have the other 2 units here maybe, like something like that, compact. Then, so just place it like that. You don't have to have it like this. You can make your hexagon or whatever shape you wish a bit bigger. So in your entire army is completely surrounded by Jaguars. But I like this sort of having the elite units on the outside. Okay, now this is where the real heart of the strategy comes in. Now remember we grouped our riflemen or Jaguars? Well, when you start the battle, you click on the group of Jaguars and you get them all to deploy stakes. Now there's practically no possible way cavalry can attack. So once you've done that, remember to get your mortar working on their artillery because you don't want them hammering you. And then if you have any spare mortar fire, just launch it on any attacking troops. I'm going to launch it on their light infantry, since you don't have to launch it on... It's pointless to launch it on cavalry because they'll die as soon as they reach the stakes. So my mortar fire is not taking too long in getting rid of their cavalry, artillery. So it shouldn't be much of a problem. Already these two teams have lost a cannon each and lost 6 men. And so he's retreating his general's bodyguard, the computer, remember this is a computer battle, and he's expanding his cavalry. Another disadvantage is it takes a while to set up, so while you're setting up an online match you might not get it finished and it might be unstable. So try and practice this for a couple times so you can do it speedily, and it'll make your life a hell lot easier. So he's performing exactly what I thought, a sort of a flanking maneuver, but there's no point in that because he's just going to run into all these stakes that I set up around my army. Usually the riflemen go back to the squares after they deploy in the stakes. It doesn't really matter, but if you have them covering the whole line it's a bit better. So he's launching 1 unit of lifeguards. Because most people actually launch attacks straight into the front, and when cavalry goes first, they'll take out all the stakes from dying, and then there's also another line of stakes just behind it, so the front's covered extra. And look at that,